كل نفس ذائقة الموت كل نفس ذائقة الموت وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
To lift and support him. Okay, so I lift him like that and put my thumb here at the back of his head so that the head does not fall like that when we lift him. We need to support the head. So I should put my thumb there and support him with my arm like that. My left arm. Then I use my right arm to continue pressing. While I'm pressing, someone is immediately supposed to start pouring the water in order to make sure that there are no bad odors in the place. And the pouring of the water is supposed to be quick at this stage to make sure that there are no odors in the place. So just like this, yes, here we have this thing, inshallah. So there, we pour the water like that. Wow, we continue to press. Now imagine at this stage we have a cloth with which we have covered him. All right. So now at this stage, someone needs to just relax. They need to get a piece of cloth which they're supposed to wrap their hand in. The left hand, not the right hand. Sometimes nowadays we could use gloves or anything to make sure that this hand is properly wrapped. Then the hand which is being used to wash. Maybe someone could support him like that, and then someone else who can demonstrate. Yeah, someone else, I think, past that side where the shower is. Okay, someone else with their left hand will clean what is coming out, like istinja. All right? Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Demonstrate just my man, sure. The legs should be spread apart, exactly. And then you use your left hand to make sure, that he's clean. So this part is simply the part of istinja. The water that we're going to use at this stage is just pure water, all right? Pure clean water. But then after using the clean water, we're supposed to use water with lotus, with sidr. And there are two ways to prepare this sidr. You can get the leaves and soak them in the water, or you could dry the sidr and then grind it. Grind it and put it in a bowl or a cup so that you use it like soap, the way we apply soap. So if sidr is not available, then we use soap. That's why you see so many tablets of soap there. At this very stage, after the istinja with water, we're going to get some sidr and wash the lower parts of his body with the sidr. Meanwhile, the pouring of the water has to continue to make sure that he is finally clean. All right? So this stage is just the stage of istinja, cleaning the body. You know, when a person dies, usually there's a lot that is trapped in their stomach that is just about to come out. We have to make sure that that is pushed out completely. Now, there are two situations here. Sometimes you push it out, and you find that it continues to come out, all right? If it continues to come out, then we need some cotton. We need some cotton with which to block the passage so that it doesn't continue to come out. If it stops, then alhamdulillah, the istinja ends there. So now we come to the wudu. It's much more like the ghusl that we make in the state of janaba or on the day of Jum'ah. So we move on to the wudu. In wudu, we start with the madmada. Madmada means to wash the mouth, to clean the mouth. Now, cleaning the mouth, there's a slight complication here, because most of the time, maybe you can take the mask off. All right. Most of the time, if you get the water and put it in his mouth, all right, then you clean, and then the water flows out. There's every likelihood that some water is going to remain in the mouth. It doesn't come out completely. So that presents a problem, especially when we begin to put the body in the coffin. I think you've seen that some of the times, when we turn the body to put it in the coffin, water starts flowing from the mouth. That is because of the water that we used for madmada in his mouth. So some scholars have suggested that maybe the best way is either to skip the madmada or to get a wet piece of cloth, a clean piece of cloth that is wet, and use it in his mouth, just to clean it so that there is no water remaining in the mouth. In this case, we find a clean piece of cloth, dip it in water, then use it to brush the teeth of the deceased. At this point, I also have to mention that if he has anything valuable on his body, it has to be removed, it has to be taken away. For example, if he has some gold teeth, gold is wealth, and we cannot bury it. It is supposed to go to his inheritors. So what we do is pull out the gold teeth, not hurting him. If the gold can come out easily without hurting him, then we can remove it. But if it's so complicated that in order to remove it, we have to hurt him, then we leave it the way it is. Anything valuable on his body, such as wristwatches or whatever, something which is considered expensive, has to be removed before washing the body. All right. So we're still on the wudu. We've done the madmada. The istinshaq is easy, just clean the nostrils. Then we come to the face. Demonstrate Sheikh Sulaiman. We wash the face in the normal way that he would make his own ablution. All right? Now. Yeah, of course, just hold it. The same way with the thumb here. There's this part of the head which has a dip here. That's where you put the thumb in order to hold the head up. So, now, this should not be too strong, all right? You turn it on softly so that it does not, become a bother to the mayit. So, after washing the face, now, next.
If you're using a cup?
Sorry?
If
we're using a cup, same thing. We're using a cup, it's pretty much the same thing. All right. Pretty much the same. Okay. Then after that, we come to his right arm. Just use the cup this time around. All right, in the normal way of ablution. Then the left as well, in the normal way of ablution. All right, his head, in the normal way. Okay, then after that, the head, okay, there. The normal way we do it in ablution. And if you're using a shower, same thing, just, okay, there we go, like that. And then, now. Then after that, we come to the feet, starting with the right foot, right? And I have to make sure that we have a hole here where everything is supposed to go. All the washing, the dirt and everything has to sink. It goes through this hole into the sewer system. So then the feet, all right, in the normal way. Then the left foot as well. Now here, before we go to his body, we must wash his head. All right, in the same way we do our ghusl. Before going to the body, we come to the head. The entire head, the same way we wash our body, in ghusl. So this time it's washing. The first time was masih, like in wudu, but this time we wash the entire head. We're supposed to start by washing the right part of his body, and there are two ways to do it. All right? There are two ways to do it. The first way is to pour some water, starting from the top of his body, pouring it, but pouring only on the right side of his body. This is the first way, all right? Then after that, we need to turn him on his side, okay? We need to turn him on his side. That's why you need helpers, you know, to turn the body on its side in order to wash the right side of the body. So you start pouring the water from the neck, okay? From the neck, going up to the feet. Here, you start with the arm before you come to the area under the arm. You start by washing the arm, then the area under the arm, up to the feet. This is the first method. The second method, just the way he is, without having to pour water on the right side first, you just turn him straight away. After the wudu, you turn him straight away and pour water on the entire left side of the body. This is the first ghasla, the first washing, in as far as this part of the body is concerned. We count it as one. Then we get the sidr, all right? The water with the sidr, or in this case, if we have no sidr, we're going to use soap, all right? So the next stage, soap on this side of the body, the whole side, even under the arm, the whole side up to the feet, all right? Then pour the water, and this, according to the majority of the scholars, will be the second washing. For some scholars, this is 3. They say the sidr, the putting of the sidr is 2, and the washing of the sidr is 3. But for the majority of the scholars, the whole putting of the sidr and the washing off of the sidr is just 2. All right. So we count as how many? 2. Then we turn him again. This time, the other side. This other side, we repeat the procedure. First, the washing without soap or without sidr. Then the second one with soap or sidr, then washing it off. Okay. So if our counting is that this is 2 and that is 2, then when we turn him like this, okay, when we wash his entire body, that is going to be 3. That means it's an odd number, all right? But if we counted this as 3 and that as 3, when we turn him around, this is going to be 4. So we need to add 1 more time to make it 5, because we're supposed to wash him in even numbers. I mean, sorry, in odd numbers, as opposed to even numbers. All right? So first the right side, then the left side, then the entire body. Then last time I was explaining, I was saying males should wash males. Men are washed by men. And women are supposed to be washed by women, except a wife washing the husband, or the husband washing the body of the wife. And we have enough dalil of that in the actions of the companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For example, Ali radiallahu anhu washed Fatima radiallahu anha, his wife. And Abu Bakr Siddique radiallahu anhu was washed by his wife Asma. He had a wife Asma and a daughter Asma. Don't confuse them. He was washed by his wife Asma because that is what he wanted. She was a pious woman. She was a righteous woman. In fact, even the day they called her to wash the body of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, she was fasting. Then they asked her to break the fast because, as you can see, this is not an easy job. It's a difficult job, and she needed help. So Abdul Rahman, the son of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, helped the mother to wash the father. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah can give us such spouses, wives who fear Allah, and children who fear Allah, who take charge when we die. Not children who run away from us and leave our bodies in the hands of the strangers when we die. And that can only be achieved by learning how to do these things. It can be achieved by learning how to do these things. Young men have to be here when the washing of the janaza is taking place in order for them to learn and take over from the elderly people. So today, our major concern was just the washing of the body. And in our next muhadara, inshallah, we'll turn our attention to the wrapping of the body. And I also have to mention that this type of washing is specifically for men. We're going to cover the other type of washing, which is for women. How do we wash the body of a woman? Someone would say, but we're men and we're supposed to be washing men. But yeah, like in the situation of Abu Bakr Siddique radiallahu anhu, of Ali radiallahu anhu, you might, or we might be required to wash the bodies of our wives, or our wives might be required to wash our bodies. Or sometimes there could be some ladies and they don't know how to wash the body, and they need instruction from you as a scholar. You need to be able to give them instructions on how a body is supposed to be washed. This is our destination, all of us. One day, we're going to come. It's just a matter of time. If we can't come in here while we're alive, definitely when we die, we will have no choice. We will be brought here and no one can run away from this destiny. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. I think we can stop here for today. We continue next time, inshallah. ولا تقولن لشيء إني فاعل ذلك غدا إلا أن يشاء الله. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال